and welcome to my restoration. Then this is part 3 of the restoration of the Mamod TE1A traction engine. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with it. And here we go. At this point, I'm cleaning out the minerals etc. left behind from boiling water, and to some degree the corrosion from inside the smoke box. It's only a quick job, it doesn't really need it to be known, but I might as well, seeing as it's open and ready for doing the job. And at this point, I'm putting it into me caustic bath of doom. And yeah, it didn't work. But it makes something to watch, I suppose. Bit of entertaining bubbling. Hubble bubble toilet trouble. A hubble bubble toilet trouble. Anyway, I took it out and it didn't make much difference. So, when it came out, I decided to do some tidying up. Sure, they'd have done it at factory if they got time. But I'm filing off the seam line from the casting process and cleaning it up, ready for... I sanded the paint to give the paint stripper a better chance, which to some degree it did. It actually took a lot of it off, not all of it, by any means. And here we go, brushing round. Anyway, with the paint removed, or to the best of its ability, I'm sanding off the rest and cleaning up the casting. And giving it a key for the paint. At that point I'm cleaning the boiler band to bring it up to a polished finish again. And there I'm cleaning with methylated spirits, both the funnel and the smoke box, ready to be rejoined with JB Weld. And it's actually, I can't fault this stuff, because I'm sure it'll be plenty heat resistant for it when it's in operation, because I actually baked the paint on when I painted it in the oven, and I took it up to 200 degrees, which I think will be more heat than the smoke box will ever see in operation. And there I was just wiping off the excess JB Weld. And here I found a new way to silver solder the pipes on. I followed all the advice on the internet and it were an absolute pain in the arse. It didn't work. The advice using cocktail sticks pushed through and into the pipe to hold the job together while you solder it, and it just weren't working. So I discovered I had some 2mm screws, and I actually screwed them into the job, 3, 1 in each pipe, and placed the pipes where I wanted them when soldered, and it makes a far more effective idea for silver soldering. Unscrew them and you're away. And here I'm cleaning up the bits of solder blobs and there were a bit of solder bar I dropped on it. Just filing it off and cleaning it up. But the actual soldering job's solid. Probably a better job than the factory, but it's definitely a better job than the repair job that were on there. Somebody had done it in soft soldering, it was awful. The silver solders tidied it up again. To factory, or possibly even better. And here I'm just sanding the copper pipe, ready for polishing up. Taking off the tarnish and heat tarnish from when I've soldered. And here I'm using a wire wheel to get in the gaps, etc. Just cleaning up in general, because after soldering you get a bit of muck around. And there we go, taking muck off round there. I will go over it lightly when it's ready for... These will be masked obviously, because now these are soldered, it's ready for going into paint, which I've decided on this game. I'm going to be redoing it maroon with yellow wheels. And there we are, just looking at the job. And damn good job, really. And here we're starting to put some paint down the funnel. It's actually red down the funnel, spraying inside the smoke box. Doesn't really need it, but you'll never see it. But it's done anyway. And just spraying with the primer on the outside. I remembered to take it off before I baked it on, when I did the primer here. But ironically, who forgot to take it off? When I baked the black top coat on. You guessed it, and I baked the tape onto it. But hey ho, it was no real worry, because I actually scraped it off with a blade and then re-polished up with wire wool. I just thought, though, you dipstick, fancy leaving it on. But there we have the black paint going on. It's alright. Nah, doing fine. But yeah, sorry, singing along. I've got AC/DC on in the background, amongst others. And there we are, there's a black painting done. We're coming up to the next stage, which here, I've done it in black and white because I was filming in low light conditions and the colour was horrendous. So I've taken the colour out so it's usable. But here I've got a glass sheet. And what I've done, I've got some sanding sheets for an orbital sander, which are sticky back. Stick that to the glass sheet from a photo frame. then the wording's been covered in paint. You can't really mask it. So this is my method of doing it. Just sand gently on it, making sure you get every edge, whilst also making sure you don't touch the actual boiler, smoke box edges down onto it, making sure you're only hitting the lettering. It's a great idea, and it works. It's just, I'm doing it in circular to make sure I get all the paint there, but my finishing strokes were linear, vertical up and down, so it puts as close to a milled edge as you can on it. In reality, in the factory, they probably had a linisher for doing this job. Like basically a big, it's like a bench belt sander, and you'd have just place it down on it and you'd have done it in 2 seconds. But it's the same principle as this, a linisher, it's just that it's done by hand. There we are, the up and down strokes getting near finishing. I'm just looking at the finish now, to be honest. And there we go. Back to as was. And at this point, I'm just fitting the smoke box on quickly to see it joined up with the boiler. All fits together well. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to say thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed, please subscribe by all means. Even better if you ring the bell for notifications. But here's where we ended up with the soldering job. And personally, it's probably better than the factory did that, to be honest. It looks neat, looks tidy, solder's running beautifully. I mean, obviously when I steam it up, we'll know. I may even try a boiler test before I paint it. But I think that, in all honesty, I'm as sure as I can be everything's sealed. Because it's not a great deal of pressure. Anyway, bye for now. Thank you for watching. And take care.